I see some names. I recognize you guys are part of our platform and using our platform. I see some names that don't. Um, so you're here to kind of learn about Easy Home Search. This is really geared towards both. We're going to kind of go through the best ways. Victor's going to demo. We're going to just kind of have a conversation back and forth about best ways that we're seeing agents leverage our tech to not only generate leads, but also just convert what's in your database, whether it be, people you're inviting to the platform, just how to use it. I'm still a practicing agent. I still have my real estate business. I invite people to the platform all the time. And it helps me kind of learn and leverage and teach the agents that we connect with how to use it as well. So Victor will demo, I'll kind of chime in. If you have any questions along the way, like how to, feel free to throw it in the chat and we'll address that too as we roll along.
Awesome. Excited to be here and sharing with you guys what we've been up to. We've been up to a lot. It's been an amazing year and a half since we launched Easy Home Search and started expanding it across the country. And we've been up to a lot of good stuff, bringing a lot of value to all of our partners and to the real estate community in general. So if it's 5 after the hour, you want to kick off, Travis, now, make it official and get things rolling?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead, Victor.
All right, let's do it. Well, welcome everybody. This is Winning Wednesday. This is an event that we host here every other Wednesday in our Facebook community. So we're really excited to have you all here. And for those of you who are going to be watching this recording, thanks for taking your time to check us out. So the first thing I want to start with, I just want to give a quick overview of what Easy Home Search is. I get that question a lot, right? What is Easy Home Search? So Easy Home Search is a real estate a lead conversion and a lead generation and lead conversion platform. We operate ezhomesearch.com, which is our main national portal website. That website is currently powered by 180 MLSs and growing. Our goal is to have full coverage in the entire country in the near future. So that's our ultimate goal. So in the last year, we've been expanding Easy Home Search across the country. And we've been rolling out Easy Home Search with a business model of county exclusivity. So county exclusivity is exactly what it sounds like. If we acquire a partner in a specific geographic territory, this case being counties, no other team, agent, or brokerage would have access to Easy Home Search opportunities coming from the main portal website, meaning every buyer, every seller, every mortgage inquiry that comes in through our national portal will go to that one exclusive partner. So that's how we've been scaling Easy Home Search across the country. However, recently, we have developed an embedded app inside of Follow Boss. Follow Boss being our #1 CRM integration partner since day one. They've allowed us to develop an embedded app, which is located in Follow Boss, and that feature is available to all of our exclusive partners. However, that also has given us the opportunity to offer a solution to single agents and smaller teams that maybe don't have or require the scale of a full county exclusivity. So that's what we call ezConnect. So with ezConnect gives agents and smaller teams or single agents all the different tools that they need to leverage a good lead conversion and lead generation and lead conversion platform, meaning agent landing pages, open house landing pages, home value landing pages, and now most recent addition, a review landing page. So those are the things that we really want to focus on during our session today. We just want to show you guys all the things that you can leverage either as a single agent or team or big scale operation, all the tools that we offer through ezConnect. That's going to be our main focus today. But in summary, Easy Home Search is a lead generation, lead conversion platform, and we offer solutions based on your scale, your support needs, and the volume, support needs, and budget that you have. So we can accommodate your needs, whether it's a large scale or a smaller scale solution. Anything you want to add to that, Travis?
One thing I would say is also great. I see some of our full exclusive partners on here as well. If you're an agent on one of those teams, you get all that as being an agent on one of those teams, right? So that's also the cool part of that.
Yep. And just one more thing I would like to just sprinkle on top of all of this is the fact that we're also focused on building a strong community, right? That's another important, and that's why we do these types of sessions and all these other different trainings and things and resources that we offer to our community, specifically through our Facebook group, but we also do live events and all kinds of other stuff. So again, that's another aspect of what really drives us and really defines our culture here at Easy Home Search. All right, with that introduction out of the way, as I said, we want to focus our attention today on the ezConnect tool. So let me proceed now. Uh, one moment here. Okay, so here we have. Let me do one more thing here before we proceed. Want to make sure. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. All right. So here on the right side, we have the Easy Home Search embedded app. This would be available to you if you have an Easy Home Search account and it's active. And this is what it would look like if there has already been a connection with that lead. So otherwise, it would look slightly different or have an indicator where you can invite someone. So let's say you have someone in your database that came from a different lead source. You have the option to plug them into Easy Home Search through an invitation directly. But this is assuming that this person has either come in through Easy Home Search as a lead or they have already accepted the invitation to collaborate. All right. So with that said, I want to start from the very beginning. I'll go from top to bottom here. I'm going to expand this a little bit here to make it easier as we go through the demo. All right. So from the top, this is our stages, and these stages are also linked to, you can sync them with your follow boss stages. And you have different options here where not sure why it's not opening for me right now. Okay, you want to do it over here then. All right, so we have all these different stages. The cool thing about this is that as you are moving leads down the funnel and you're doing lead generation with Easy Home Search, this creates a feedback loop for our marketing team where it gives them better information and better data for them to narrow down and customize the audience that we're targeting with our ads. So that's why it's so important for us to make sure that our partners are updating these stages as they move leads down the funnel. Down the funnel meaning showing homes, under contract, ultimately closed. And that again provides our marketing team more data to improve our audience and the ads that we're generating, that we're using to generate leads for you.
Hey, one thing
So
I'll add to that, Victor, on
go
that
ahead.
agents portion, because I get this question a lot on calls I do with agents. There is a toggle in the settings screen where you can make that mirror what your stages and follow-up boss. Where if you change the stage and follow-up boss, it'll change the stage in the widget. However, it's got to be an exact match. So if you have stages that don't match our stages, it's not going to change. But if you go to closed and ours is closed, it'll change to closed. So it's important to caveat that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can toggle that on and off. It's based on your preferences.
Yeah, yeah, correct. So we want to make it as easy as possible. So those are the things that we do here at Easy Home Search. We always take feedback into account and we try to improve as we receive feedback and implement as quickly as we can. And that was something that was asked very early on when we launched this feature. How can we sync those stages? Because I know that, a lot of times it's hard enough to remember always update stages over here at Follow Boss. So we've given you the option to be able to synchronize that as you update stages in Follow Boss, they also update in the widget. All right, so moving along here to the home value section here. Let's say I'm having a conversation with Sandra, and Sandra tells me that she has a property that she also needs to sell. She's looking to, whether it's down the street from where she's looking, or on the other side of town, or another state for that matter. The cool thing is that we have an embedded home value app here that basically 90% of all the addresses in the country would qualify. So you can enter any address in here. It's very likely that it will be able to produce a home value. Cool thing about that is that we take care of the automated uh, emails that go out every single month on your behalf. It's coming from Easy Home Search, but we're always highlighting your contact information at the bottom of the signature area of the email. So even though we're sending it from our domain, it's still always redirecting to you. All the calls to action will always redirect to you. So again, home value can be entered here, and every single month they'll be getting an update on that. So moving down here, there's a section where you can see the frequently viewed properties. So this is something that we allow you to take a peek at what homes they've been looking at multiple times. Like in this case, they've looked at this property once. This one, they looked at it 5 times, twice. So it gives you a quick view and a glance as to, what the frequency is and what type of property this lead is very interested in. So that's a sneak peek into what they're looking at to give you a better sense of what their search criteria is. What other best practices would you consider this could be a good use for, Travis? We have the
Uh,
option here to
yeah, if you have a
copy a
lead,
link.
yeah, if you have a lead you can't get on the phone, right? You can view what they're viewing, right? Of course, there's the suggested properties. It's always going to show you the property. I don't mean to skip ahead, Victor, but I just like love this feature. If
Mm-hmm.
you scroll all the way to the right, it's always going to show you the property they viewed the most. So that's always going to sit like the property they have viewed the most times on our portal. So as Victor says, you hover over it, you can copy and paste it into a text or an email. And then to the left of it, I apologize, Victor. I know I'm skipping ahead. I just to me,
Mm-hmm.
it's
No, you're good.
to the left of it, our platform will suggest properties we know they have not seen yet. So essentially, if I had a great conversation with Michael and call him back 30 days later just to follow up like I should, and Michael doesn't answer, and I want to send him like a quick email, I can hover over a property I know Michael hasn't seen, copy and paste it into an email and say, hey, Michael, based on what we talked about last month, I saw this home hit the market and I thought about your home search. What do you think? It's a great, easy follow-up email or text to get a response to. And that was suggested from Travis and Nikki, our conversion coaches, that particular feature. So that the frequently viewed and the similar properties, those are there with follow-up and conversion in mind. They're the main two reasons that they're.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. So again, just to reiterate, this third property that shows up here is always going to be the property that they have viewed the most on our platform. And these are just two properties that our system suggests that you can share with this lead that they have not yet viewed. So that's a great value add. So when you're doing follow up, you're trying to engage with the lead. This is a great opportunity to just copy paste this link and share this property because it's definitely aligned or very similar to what they've been viewing the most, which indicates, they're very interested in this particular property or there's something that they found very appealing about it. All right, so moving along here, we have easy alerts. So this is a quick indicator. So you can get a sense of how many communication or how many emails have we sent this particular lead and how they are engaging with it, right? So in this particular case, looks like she has opened the same email multiple times. That's why we have 120% open rate. Now, just to clarify, not every single email provider uh, kind of like shares the open rate data. So sometimes we might not be able to obtain that feedback. But again, in those email providers that do allow us to monitor and track that open rate, it's a great indicator here to show you exactly how they're engaging with our content. Speaking of content that we're sending out, I always suggest if you're already engaging with a specific lead and they are already in communication, or maybe if they're 6 months out, but you set them up on a very intentional follow-up cadence and you have them set up on a search. I always suggest adding yourself to as the BCC and all the easy alerts. What this does is basically every time that we email that user, you will also get a copy of that email. So that helps you keep track of exactly all the content that we're sending. And again, all this content comes from us, from Easy Home Search, from our domain, but it always has your contact information on the signal, on the signature line, your branding, your photo, your contact information. So that if they ever reply to any of those emails or all those calls to action, always, always, always redirect to you.
Hey, Victor, a
Hmm.
common question I get, I'm gonna chime in with because I'm on calls with agents and teams all the time. They're like, well, hey, we already send them an alert from our email domain, our IDX site. Do I need to also send them something from Easy? And what Victor just explained, the fact that we send from our email domain, not yours, that's an item of value if you slow it down and look at it. So email deliverability in our industry right now is such a hot button topic, meaning a lot of our emails that are sent from our IDX sites, a lot end up going right to spam filters, right? On your Gmails, your Yahoos, things like that. Our domain, we don't have 100+ agents on a team or a company that are, sending out a bunch of emails. So, and we have a lot of guardrails in place that protect our deliverability. So what you're doing essentially is set them up on a if you have an IDX site, set them up on a search there, let them get what we're sending them as well. You're doubling your chances of ending up in their inbox. I had one team leader tell me she loves it because it makes her feel like she has an omnipresent approach to getting in their inbox. And here's the cool part about ours too. So if they are interacting with what you're sending them because they're getting it, it's in their inbox and they're not opening ours and they're not going back to our website, we will actually sunset ours over the course of 90 days because if they're interacting with yours, that's a win for us, right? This is win-win. That's the way we're set up. We want you to convert. And we actually indicate that by the green dot you see next to easy alerts. That green dot means we're sending. That red dot means they either unsubscribed or we sunset, we shut it off. Another question I get, if it says sent zero and there's a red dot, that dot will stay red until we send. So if they're a brand new lead and you see that come in, it's got a red dot next to a brand new lead. That's just because we haven't sent anything yet. Once we send our first e-alert, that dot will turn green. That was something I learned recently as well. So just a frequently asked question I get about our how to leverage our easy domain and easy deliverability. Let that be your omnipresent approach to their inbox.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so now I want to switch over and focus a little bit of our attention to the safe search feature. Um, I'm going to switch over here to another account, test account that I have here. Okay, so why for me this is so important. So for those of you who may not know, my background is ISA, ISA manager, ISA trainer, ISA coach, a system database manager. And I would have loved to have something like this. Obviously, I've been using Follow Boss for over 5 years now. In my opinion, it's best CRM out there. What I really love about it is that it's not trying to do a lot of things at once, right? It's really good at being a CRM, and then it gives you the option to plug in the other parts of your tech stack that you want to integrate into Follow Boss. So Follow Boss is kind of like the brains and the operating system of your database management. Uh, and then you can use, whatever website you prefer, whatever, X, Y, or Z, fill in the blank with any other vendor that you want to use. Now, back in my days when I was like doing all that stuff, I had to be jumping back and forth between two different platforms just to customize a search or set up a search either onto the MLS or onto the back end of our IDX website just to customize a search, right? Best thing I had was just being able to, I created a custom field here and plugged in a link so I can then go quickly into that profile, but still it required me to log in and go into a different platform. So what I love about this is that we brought it all into Follow Ball. So you don't have to be bouncing back and forth between two different platforms just to customize or create a search for a user. So with that said, if you want to create a search, all you have to do is click on here. And I'm going to create a brand new search from scratch just to give you a quick sample of exactly how simple it is. So here we have McKinney Homes, Texas. And then here we have location type. For the most part, we have quite a few options here, but for the most part, cities and zip codes are going to be your two main focus is, right? Now we have all these other options here, but for the most part, we're going to be setting up searches based on city. So you always want to start from the very top here and start creating these layers. So we narrow it
And
down to cities.
hey, Victor, I just want to chime in. The important part about selecting something there, I've had a lot of agents call and ask about this. If you don't select a city and someone wants to search by like a neighborhood name or, hey, we want to be in a certain school district, we're a national portal. Like the school district that's popular here where I live is St. James High School. There's probably 1,000 St. James High Schools across the country. So if I just start typing St. James High School, which I can, it's going to give me all 1,000. But if I select the city I'm in, it help you get granular in that search as to where people are looking. So always where it says location type, just pick one that makes
Yep.
sense, and then you can get super granular with your search criteria.
Yep, that's exactly right. We want to start from the very top, and these are like layers to the filtering, right? And the better you create these layers, the more accurate your search results are going to be, the more, focused your search results are going to be. So you always want to start with either city or zip code, which is basically going to be the most common, but you have other options there as well. But in this case, I just want to focus down to McKinney. So like that, it just gave me McKinney, Texas. And then to your point, I just want to make sure that the home I buy feeds into McKinney Boyd High School. So this is where you can then add those additional like nuances, right? The school district, the specific school or neighborhood or whatever the case may be. But you always want to start with these layers from the top and working your way down, right? You want to set the city, and then the school, whatever the case may be. But let's right now 382. That is still a little bit too much. So I want to narrow down, let's say, the price point from, let's say, 700. And as you can tell, as I enter data here, this starts updating in real time, so you can start seeing how the search is getting narrowed down. I want 5 beds or more, 4 baths. I want a single family home. And let's just say I want the home to be uh, 2020 or newer. Okay, so here I have 16 listings. Now, I want to go super granular. You know what? I want that third 3-car garage. You know why? Not because I have so many cars, but I want to build a home gym in that third garage. So now I have narrowed this down to 3 listings. So now I was able to go super granular, but it's all because I was able to set this foundation first. The location type, the city, and specifically that neighborhood. And then I can get exactly the results I want based on the rest of the criteria. All right. So once we have that, go ahead, Travis.
I just want to chime in one more time. Here's another piece of leverage for you. If you're working with a seller, let's say it's a seller lead and they're selling your area and they're moving somewhere else, like they're moving to Boca Raton, Florida, or they're moving out of your area, right? And you just want to focus on getting their home sold, but they're not quite ready to list yet. You can set them up on a search now while you're sending them the home property value alerts. They'll get that once a month from you, right from the widget, because you punched in their address or it came in as a seller lead. But you can set them up on a home search for where they're moving to, right? So what that gives you the ability to is keep them connected to you. So when they're ready to sell, not only are they getting their home property alert update, they're also getting those e-alerts based on where they're wanting to move, right? They're dreaming of moving. They're getting that from you versus they get on someone else's website or another national portal and they connect with an agent somewhere else. And now you've lost the ability to get a referral fee. Leverage this, get that referral fee. And if they connect with an agent somewhere else who does such a great job talking to them about their dream of moving, what if they refer a listing agent? Now you have competition, right? So eliminate all that. Put them on a home search for where they're moving to. Use leverage this national portal access to keep them connected to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Good stuff. Now, one more thing. I noticed here that this would be just a one-off search that I'm sending out to this potential customer, right? Or partner or prospect. Now, I want to make sure that they get my email or they get this email sent to them with these, very tailored, customized search results based on the conversation that I had with them. And they will get an email with that indication, with those results, and they have the option here to agree or to consent that you can continue emailing them and now turn that original search into a reoccurring search, whether on a daily basis, whenever a property hits the market that fits that criteria, it instantly sends it out to them, or on a monthly basis, so on and so forth. So they have the option to click on this here, or they can just look at the three homes and say, oh, this one really looks nice. Let me click on this. And as soon as they click on to view this particular property, then they get this pop up here to accept that invitation to collaborate. So now they are accepting to receive emails from you coming on behalf of you from Easy Home Search. And then once they complete this step here, the process, bear with me, internet is being a little bit slow. There we go. So they can view as much as they want, and they'll get all those recurring. And guess what? Now they're attached to the hip to you. So no matter now where they go in our platform, they're always going to see your branding, your name, and if they click on any of these calls to action, that would redirect to you. So no matter if they start searching nearby or another place in the country, as long as they have, uh, as long as they're searching on Easy Home Search, they'll always be tied to you in our system.
Yeah.
And
But one thing I just want to add to that too, Victor, is we've done that with intention in terms of like what we learned being a national portal and where we like stepped up our game, say, hey, how can we get agents and teams to leverage this also? Is we know the more somebody comes back to the same site, conversion goes up, whether if they're searching all over the place. And the longer they stay on the same site, conversion goes up. So if they're researching a bunch of different areas, let's say they're early in their search and they're looking in McKinney, Texas, and they're looking in other part of Texas is huge. Maybe they're looking all over Texas, and they don't have to go to a bunch of different IDX sites to search, and they can stay on one portal, but now they're assigned to one agent. That's where we start seeing like the abundance of conversion rate go up.
mhm,
That's why we've intentionally done that, and that's where we set ourselves apart just from other tech and lead generation companies.
right. Awesome. So, with that said, now that the collaboration or the invitation to collaborate has been accepted, you'll see that now you have the option here to select an email frequency. How often do you want these updates, these listing updates to go out on a monthly basis, twice a week, weekly, daily, etc., etc. All right. So that covers everything regarding the search features here and everything here on the embedded app. Now I want to focus our attention here real quick to the tools, some of the conversion tools that we offer you. As you can see here, we have open house landing pages, home value, agent, and review landing pages. All right, so let's take a quick look at what a agent landing page looks like. So it certainly has the easy home search aesthetics, but obviously you can customize it with your photo here, your bio, your branding, whether it's your brokerage logo or your own team logo. Current listings are populated here based on your MLS ID or your office MLS ID. More branding here, calls to action always redirect to you. And as you can see here, we have our easy home search reviews populating, and also you can plug in your Google business profile reviews. In other words, your Google reviews can also be displayed here and we will rotate them, right? And then down here we have recent sales. Same way that the current listings are showcased, we also pull from your MLS ID and display homes here. So nothing crazy, nothing super like sophisticated, but is a great way to have, a profile out there that you can share this website, this agent landing page, you can share on your social media. It's a great portal. And speaking of portal, anyone who enters and starts searching through this website, or they request a home value, or they request a cash offer, those are ways for you to generate leads for yourself. So you can leverage this tool and go ahead and go out there and share it, create searches. And I'm going to make Michael very proud today. And I'm going to create a quick landing page here to show you exactly how easy it is um, to create a landing page with some properties that you can curate. So again, I'm searching McKinney because it's the best city in Texas. What else can I do? So I want to do single family homes that are 4 beds, 3 plus. I want the max price to be 700,000, and 600,000 within that price range. And you know what? Because it's scorching hot here in Texas, I want a private pool in that home. So all of a sudden now I created a very tailored landing page with only homes that fit that criteria. So what can I do with this? I can take this link and I can post this on Facebook, for example. And I already did this previously on a realtor page that I have here that I dusted off the other day. And this is what you can do with that, right? You can find online a URL shortener because it's a very long string that the home search creates, and you can narrow down, condense that URL, and you can create a post like this. Now, this is a photo of a really nice looking pool. You can just find online a stock photo. You can take a photo of a that you have from one of your listings or your office listings that has a really nice pool. Just think of some eye candy that you can use to attach to this post. So you can go on Facebook, you can go on whatever social media, you can add a photo and then add this link to uh, to that post. And all of a sudden you share that on social media, and guess what? People click on here, and if they happen to register, this is another landing page that I had created, they're going to be taken to exactly the landing page that I had previously created, right? So it's going to show them homes that are with pools within the criteria that we selected. So that's a quick and easy way for you to leverage the tools that you have available to you here through ezConnect, using your landing page. That's a way to use to leverage that tool for yourself to generate leads.
Hey,
Anything you want
hey,
to add to that, Travis? Go ahead.
yeah, just on the landing pages in general, a lot of times I just get these questions and these feedback from teams is like, hey, we already have a website set up for the team. All our agents have through our IDX site. But go back to like what I said about email deliverability before. What if your IDX emails aren't even getting into their inbox and ours are, and they're clicking on those and they're like, hey, who is this Victor guy sending me properties from Easy Home Search? The reason behind the landing pages is to help you with conversion. So take it's literally a couple minutes to go in and set up your agent profile. Make sure you have a nice picture in there. Make sure the team logo looks right. If not, like we have resources we could help you with it. Make sure you have a bio in there. Connect your Google page. The idea behind that is create social proof of, hey, Victor is associated with Easy Home Search, this place that's sending me listings. If I go down the rabbit hole and I start researching who Victor is, right? We live in a review economy. Everybody reads reviews. Hey, Victor's a good agent. He has a track record of taking care of people. I see his Google reviews. We've done that again intentionally to help you with conversion, right? So we want you to leverage our platform. Not You don't necessarily have to replace what you're doing as a team. If you already have something, I talk to teams, hey, we've had the same IDX website for 20 years. We don't want to let go of that. Don't let go of it. Use this to complement it. So put some time into it. Literally less than 5 minutes, you can make your agent profile look great, and it provides that social proof to the leads that you're getting and the leads that are getting stuff from you.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. We're not going to dive deep into like settings or anything like that, but you also just want to follow best practices, get a good bio, make sure that your profile picture looks good on there. If not, make the adjustments, make sure it's a squared image where your headshot is, and things of that nature to make sure that your agent landing page is pristine. But moving along, since time is advancing here, we also provide the same concept, just like what you saw with the agent landing page. We provide home value landing pages that you can customize. You can change this image. You can change the colors to match your branding. Obviously, you want to make sure that you select the photo that is aligned with the type of homes that are in your market. And this call to action here, you can also change. So just like you share the agent landing page, you can share this landing page to also do a call to action to homeowners to learn what their home value is or request a cash offer, so on and so forth. We also have open house landing pages. Oops, I went back a little bit too much. Open house landing pages. This is very easy to create. All you have to do is type in an address of a active listing that you have or the open house that you're going to host, and you just click here. You say Saturday from 12 to let's say 3 p.m. And just like that, that didn't take me 30 seconds. I just click save and I have a beautiful looking open house landing page. Our partners are using this to either promote their upcoming open house, another way that you can leverage what I just showed you on social media. So partners are using this to either promote their upcoming open house. Any person who registers through this here gets created as a lead in your Follow Boss. And other partners are also leveraging this landing page as a sign-in form or sign-in sheet, right? They have it set up on an iPad or laptop, and as people come in through the open house, they just go ahead and capture this information and capture those leads through the open house. Go ahead, Travis.
Couple of things I want to add to that. Like I see some ops managers on the call, like Carol, from the Gillies team. If you can set this, if you know there's agents hosting open houses for the team, like the team's listings, not their agents, there's a drop down for agents where you can actually set it up and pick the agent that's hosting the open house. So if you want to
Yep.
go ahead, like proactively set that up for all the open houses for the team, you can do that. And then here's your link, right? A lot of
Yep.
times it's easier for the agents, done for them. The other cool thing with that, if someone registers, it pushes it in source open house. And here's a feature, the crazy small feature I love. It pushes in a tag of the address. So if I list a house in the neighborhood a year from now and I had 10 people come to the open house and 5 weren't ready, I can call back all 10 people that visited my open house from last year just by searching the tag and say, hey, Victor, remember I met you at the open house at 123 Main Street last year? I just listed another home in that neighborhood. Are you ready? Are you more ready to take a look now? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Super easy follow up just with that tag. Boom, I'm going to search all the people that came to that open house.
Yep. Awesome. All right. So those are the main like landing pages to help you generate leads. And we talking Travis mentioned earlier that we are, what was it you said? A review economy? Is that what you said?
We live in a review economy. I know
We
before
lit.
I went on vacation last week. My wife's like, "Hey, let's eat here." Before I went to any restaurant, I read the reviews, right? Like
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
in a location I don't know. Trust me, they're doing that. People do that with realtors and teams and agents, right? Like, but hey, they're bombarded with agents a lot of the times. Who should we work with? We're in a review economy. They pick who has the best and most
Yep.
reviews.
Yeah, 100%. Like Amazon and Google has spoiled us all. Like we don't buy or do anything without checking out the reviews first. All right. So because we are aware of that and we understand how important it is, we also created our own review landing pages. Now there is a little bit of setup. I mean, nothing too crazy, but you do have to fill out some information here to make sure it's set up properly. But once it's all set up, this is what an easy review landing page looks like. You can customize what it says here, and because the way we capture the reviews, we give you the option, or there's the option to add the property address that was part of the transaction that you just closed. So like that, we can display a nice photo of the property that was part of the transaction, and people just come in here, leave their 5-star reviews or whatever they want to share with the public here. And these are what easy reviews look like. But whenever you send an invitation, which by the way, I'll show you here what that looks like here in just a moment. Whenever you send an invitation for someone to leave a review for you, they'll get an email and they get a text message. That once they click on the link on one of those two channels, they're going to be brought directly to this portion of your review landing page. And all this information is going to be already pre-populated here with the address that you already entered that was part of the transaction. So the only thing they need to do is enter the star rating, the title, and the review. Now, not only are we capturing these easy reviews to display on your review landing page, as soon as they submit, they also are going to receive a little pop-up window that says, hey, it would mean a lot if you also would share this same review on our Google business profile. Okay. And all it takes is 2 extra clicks for them. Click, click, and it's copy pasted and submitted into your Google review your Google business profile as well. Travis?
Yeah, so a couple best practices I've seen with teams. Number one, obviously connect your Google business page. It'll pull in your Google reviews, right? Like if you're new to Easy and like, hey, I don't have any Easy reviews yet. As Victor's saying, when people fill them out, you're basically getting 2 reviews for the price of one, right? The best practice I've seen people using this for conversion is if you have a template you send people when they sign the buyer's agency agreement, put a link to your review page, right? Sometimes people are weary to sign stuff. Hey, I just met Victor. I don't know if I should be signing this. Put a link to your Google review page, social proof, right? Review economy. Put a link to that. Again, also, another way a lot of people have an email they send prior to or after a listing appointment, right? If there's competition and they're interviewing other realtors, put a link to that review landing page. So it's going to pull in all your Google reviews. We're going to start collecting easy reviews. If you're an agent, you're like, hey, I'm a solo agent on a team. I don't have a Google business page. Victor, I don't know if you mentioned this. You can connect to your team's Google business page. Pull in
Mm-hmm.
all the great reviews from your team. Leverage the reputation of the great team that you're on. So when someone clicks that link, they're like, "Who the heck is Victor?" And maybe your team has 100 5-star reviews. Especially if
Mm-hmm.
you're a newer agent, now you got a ton of firepower. Like, oh, okay, Victor's solid dude.
He's
Let's,
legit.
let's go ahead, sign this agreement, and work with him, right? So leverage that review landing page. Don't make it like just an afterthought, a thing. Make it part of your conversion process.
100%. And again, easy. We make it very easy. So whenever you update your stages to close and you close a transaction, this little button here that says request a review pops up. So again, all you have to do is click on this. Information is pre-populated. You enter the property address as part of the transaction, click send, and that's it. That's where they get that text message and email with all the information pre-populated. All they have to do is enter their response to that. All right. So I think we covered everything as far as our lead conversion tools, and I've been hearing we've been like the topic here has been leverage, 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 right? What we want to do is provide you with all the tools necessary, not to just lead generate, but also have a strong lead conversion to increase your chances and make sure that you stay in front of and making sure you have all the tools and resources that you need to provide your clients with the best possible experience and plug them into an ecosystem that is always and committed to always bringing them back to you. All right. So with that, I want to know, Travis, is there anything else you want to share, want to cover, and if there's any questions in the chat.
Uh, I'm gonna say go ahead and open it up to questions, guys. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourselves or just throw them in the chat. We have a couple minutes left, but um, this is neat for Victor and I. This is like tip of the iceberg in terms of tech. There's a lot more coming down our pipeline in terms of app and lender tools and things like that. So lots of stuff to be excited about.
I have a question.
Hey, Diana.
Hey, I'll at least put on my camera.
Mhm.
So, I was curious when I see the little searches of the different houses, they're kind of small. Is there a way to see them, make it bigger? Like
Yeah.
the address is really tiny.
What were you referring to? Am I sharing the right screen? Yes. Were you referring to this right here when we were doing the home search?
Yeah, the what above the actual search thing, you see the listings, 3 listings within the search.
Oh, okay.
If
Yeah.
I look at those, they're teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you can click this little button down here. If
yep.
you notice here, there's a little
Right,
pop-up.
I'm familiar. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So that right there will make the window bigger. Now, I don't know. I mean, I have a Mac and I can kind of like zoom in and out. It makes it a little bit easier. But I believe
I do
like
also. I just didn't think about doing it that way.
yeah,
You can copy and paste it into a browser too. That's what I do sometimes. If I just want to like before I
yeah.
send
If
it to somebody, I'm like, hey, let me check out what this property.
Oh,
Make sure I'm
just
not sending somebody
copy the
something crazy,
link
right?
and
Yeah. I'll copy and
is
oh
paste
there a
it.
way to copy all the whole 18 listings?
well, not to copy them all at once, but if you want to kind of like finalize, you can just save
Myself.
and view listings.
Oh, okay.
You can just
And then
save and
copy
view,
it
and then
bigger.
yeah, and then basically you can just take a look at the the entire list of the properties that you just saved.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, appreciate it, guys. Victor, great job. Yeah, it's exciting. Like again, this stuff is fun for us. We love talking about the tech that we offer, some outstanding tools. If you guys think anything or you want to email Victor or myself, we're always more than happy to help you guys out.
Yep.
Hey,
Always here to help.
hey, I'm sorry. I have a quick question before you guys go.
Yeah.
Sure.
My question is, I didn't miss the part where I'm able to send a recurring emails to my clients. Are you able to just double back right quick? Just show me how do I do that, please? Like for example, like send recurring emails for a listing that they're interested, like in the areas that they're looking to move to.
Yes. So the first thing that you want to make sure is that it's right here. So you would see it right here. You see email frequency, never, instant, so on and so forth. But the only way that this will appear is if they have accepted the consent to collaborate. So they would be getting an email either
Okay.
like this. So if you send them the invite, please confirm your consent to collaborate, yada yada, and they agree to this.
Mhm.
Or if you send them a search, because you can send them a one-off search, and as soon as they click on the first property, uh, to view in the body of that email, in the first paragraph here, is that invitation to agree to collaborate. Or if they just move ahead and click on view details of that home, they're gonna be hit with that pop-up window asking them to accept the collaboration. Now, I already accepted this one previously, so that's why it didn't pop up. But the only way for this to appear, is once the invitation to collaborate has been accepted.
Understand. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another important thing to remember is if a lead comes in new, let's say it's a lead we generated for you, or it's from ezNurture, we automatically put them on a saved search based on what they registered, the property they registered with, right? They'll get that safe search twice a week. That's the default. So let's
Default.
say like I have a great conversation with Michael. I'm like, hey Michael, I'm going to send you the collaboration request. It's going to come over to you, text and email right now. And he accepts that collaboration request. I can then delete that save search, override, change, whatever, change that frequency. But by default, every new lead that comes in, they're getting something from us twice a week on behalf of you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Travis,
All right.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
I'm new with Palms Realty, so I'm not real familiar with all the easy search stuff yet. But
Okay.
on mine, it's got the request for approval. What am I asking for there?
So that's that collaboration request. And I'll go back to like email deliverability. If we do that as a safeguard to protect email deliverability. So we by default set everybody up on that twice a week, right? What we avoid, sometimes it's funny, bullets. What we avoid when you want that stuff to happen, it never happens. I talk with my hands a lot on these calls, it happens nonstop. So I don't know.
Awesome.
Anyway, we do that to protect email deliverability. So we try to avoid, and I was actually an agent at Palms at one time and did operations at Palms at one time. So we try to avoid bigger company like Palms, 100 agents. If everybody went in and just said, hey, I want Victor to get properties every single day. If we did that thousands and thousands of times in our database, it would destroy our email deliverability. So what you're sending is a collaboration request. Hey, Michael, is it okay if I update your search? So best practice is leave them on that 2 days a week search until you talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
In that conversation, hey, Michael, I'm going to send you this collaboration request. When you click that request button, it's asking you to verify their info. It's going to text and email Michael instantly while I'm on the phone with them.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time they just click the link in the text, and now they're linked to you, and you can change their search however you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I
Great
understand that.
question. Welcome to Palms.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to make sure everyone caught that pro tip that Travis just shared. Pro tip is while you have them on the phone, send them the invitation to collaborate and have them accept it while they're still on the phone, right? So like
Here's
that, you
the-
can ensure that, hey, yes, I received it. Cool. Okay, good. And then you'll see it instantly appear on the search over here, where now you can change that frequency and that cadence of deliverability.
Here's the old school like sales coach in me too. Like we used to teach like, hey, I want to test motivation before I go meet somebody. This is the first test of motivation. If they're a serious buyer, they're going to accept a collaboration request via online, right? If they're not a serious buyer, they're probably going to dance around that, right? If they're going to dance around that, they're probably going to dance around signing a buyer's agency agreement, so on and so forth. So first solid test of motivation is, hey, let's collaborate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, Jim.
I don't know if I missed it, but I was on the agent dashboard and trying to edit my profile. I don't see anywhere to like change the picture and add the bio and all that.
All right, let's walk you through that setting here real quick. So you go to your profile picture here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yours might be an Easy Home Search logo. If you don't have a picture there, it just might be the Easy logo.
Yeah, I had a picture and I went to the agent landing page, but I didn't see anywhere to edit everything.
So you want to go to agent profile in this section
Okay.
up here, and then you can change the profile picture, you can change the agent details. This is where you're going to enter all your contact information. Depending on what state, your state might require that your license appears on all marketing pieces. You can enter your real estate license there, and this is where you would you have 450 characters to update your bio. But in this section,
that's practice. Best practice there in that agent detail screen. Make sure that's your FUB number in there.
Okay.
Make sure, like, always don't, because
Yeah.
I've had agents say, "Hey, someone just called my personal phone." It's whatever. Not like sometimes you can change the settings in FUB, and that's where we pull the info from. Just always double check that's your follow boss number.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
And then your MLS ID and everything else, your Google Business Profile would be attached here. Yep.
Okay.
By the way, if those of you, and if you're on this call and you're not on our Facebook group, we definitely encourage you to join. If you go to our Easy Home Search community, at the very top here, there's a pinned video that it's a step-by-step. It's a 24-minute video, and I'm kind of rambling on it, but it would literally take you about 15 to 18 minutes to complete your profile and get it looking pristine. Okay, so this right here, it's pinned at the top here. It's a step-by-step process of how to go through all those settings and have everything dialed in.